Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm waiting for studio. I'm waiting for them to bring me on. I'm sorry, we're trying our best to be on time. I'm supposed to start 8 o'clock, but hey, it's right now. It's 30 minutes after 8 o'clock. So I'm waiting for Sidiki in studio. They are already on air, but I know we all sacrificing to do what we're supposed to do. I have to drop my kids to school and then come in because school is still open and closing. So share this video, please. Please share the video. Please share the video. Share the video. Share the video. While we are with them, don't forget the CPP convention. The CPP convention will start the 30th of June and will end on the 2nd of July. It will end on the 2nd of July. So please like the video and share it. Like it and share it. That's the best you can do for us. And also, we'll be pinning in numbers today that if you want to participate on the show, you can go ahead. This show, we will continue to bring people on. People, they want you call common people. That the people will bring on. We're not bringing no big names. I'm targeting the youth on this show, the youth. So it's every Wednesday. I'm sorry, every Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. 8 o'clock American time, 12 o'clock Liberian time. Okay, so I'm just waiting for Sidiki. He's in studio right now, trying to connect us to True FM. It's 16 minutes after 8 o'clock. So today we will talk about Charlene in Grand Bassa County and CPP. Make some donation there. They're gone week. And I think a few days ago. And also we'll talk about Mr. Cummings in the Southeast and the momentum in the Southeast. And we will talk about Taylor Ure have been pushed out of the tag team, but she said it's not true. We will talk about it. And we got a lot of things. And most of majority of the show will be about Alex Cummings. It will be about Alex Cummings, the majority of the show. But we will always open our show by introducing the individual himself, Alex Cummings. Who is Alex Cummings? So we will talk about Alex Cummings. We'll let the Liberian people know that Alex Cummings is just like us. He's just like any other Liberians. He's not extra, he's not different, but because of his platform, that is why we are behind him. Oh, I'm still waiting. 1 minute, guys.
Let me just end on this thought. Then we'll take our host on the other hand there, which is Monique Kishnell, the general. So, like I said to you, it has been a wonderful engagement by Mr. Kumi in the South, from place to place, and the reception from the Liberian people, especially people from the Southeast. It's so amazing. What is sent to some of us is to continue with what we are doing, like engaging the Liberian people, speaking to them, because this is about our country. For too long, from one government to another, your life, our life, have remained the same. And the people we elect, The people we unite, that always, benching, improving, while we remain the same. So, like I said to you, the vice standard bearer of the collaborating political party will be visiting Bone County this weekend. And it will be an amazing one. You always see this for yourself. We will not stop. So now we're going to take our host, Mr. Muni Kishan, who is way there in the US. Like I said to you, this is a general show. The host is Muni Kishan, and the co-host is Siliki Koman right here in Liberia in the studio. So welcome, Mr. Kishan.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you to the rest, the listener who listen to us through by radio, and also thanks to my. I always forgetting his name. What is his name again?
Yeah, today,
Yeah, yeah. Good morning,
today
my
is
brother.
Andrew. Yeah,
Yeah,
today is
okay.
Andrew.
Oh, okay,
Arthur, Arthur,
Andrew. And I want to say
Oh,
special thanks to the.
I'm not Andrew.
oh, you said Atta is you.
Man,
Arthur
thank you.
Bamba.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hate to miss people's name. Ato, how are you this morning? And Sidiki, thank you very much. And I want to say to everyone who listening to us through internet and also the radio, this is how we operate. If I delay to come in, the show must continue. Sidiki is on the ground. He will continue the show. The studio will allow him. So we don't have to wait and say, oh, if I'm not there, the show will not continue. But I want to say this. We'll have a lot of topics today. We'll be talking about our VP, Vice Standard Bearer, visit to Buchanan. We'll also talk about Mr. Cummings in the Southeast. And we'll also talk about Taylor Ure, why she resigned, or is she still part of the Joseph Boakai tag team. But listen, this show is all about CPP. CPP, CPP, CPP. We must win this coming election. And I will always want to start my show today. I love you guys. And I want to tell you that there's a guy, a Liberian, who grew up, who was born in Liberia, born at government hospital, went to demonstration, grew up in Fiaman, grew up in Point Four, struggled like any ordinary Liberian, went through everything, slept on the floor. His mom sold Doga Flair. She used to help people they call it midwife. The woman used to do all these things. The man know what it means if you go to bed without eating. This man struggled and went to demonstration. Later on, he went to CWA. From there, he went to Cottington. He was able to leave. And let me tell you something. I would say the real Liberian way. Those days, don't mind all that thing. It was easy to go to Cottington. You can order your man selling pepper. Say, once you can afford it, you will go to Cottington. And this man managed to travel. He went to school like any other Liberian who tried to go hustle and came back and work with LBDR. They may not a stranger. Not because they may get beat off like us now. But this man came back and worked with LBDR as a financial officer. And then make a way. He said, listen, I got to go add small more. When he left the country, boom, our whole problem started with war and all kinds of things. This man decided and continued his education company. And don't you know, this man worked so hard. Everywhere he went, the people overlook him. I don't know because of his size, but in no time, this guy was vice president of Pittsburgh Food Company, responsible for Asia. It's not an easy thing, my people. Look, you can't go in a white man war and just walk in there, especially a black man. From there, the man applied to a company called USTC, the one you can call Coca-Cola, but it's USTC, United States Bottling Corporation. He applied there. When this man applied, can you imagine the man in America? They said, we'll send you to Africa. The man said, no problem. He was so humble. He went to Africa. He packed his wife. He went for pregnancies. Teresa was pregnant at the time. Went to Nigeria. By the time they hit Nigeria, the man traveled. The man started going around. The man was that deputy. In 6 months, they gave the man half of Africa. This man started running. Just imagine a black man. We should be proud. There are a lot of qualified Liberians. There are a lot of educated Liberians who want to come home, but we can't scare our people. And all the time the men were working, the men were thinking about Liberia. If you go now, beg you, please, check on YouTube. You listen to Mr. Cummings speaking in 2002, in 2004. And he told this journalist, he said, everything I got today is about Liberia. I will go home. I will retire in my country. So what the man did, he went as far as the second man in Coca-Cola. That means you controlling the entire world. This man negotiated Coca-Cola in Ethiopia, in Kenya. This man met people, he talked to people, he's so humble. And when you ask him, he will tell you, say, that grace. That means he believed in God, my people. This man not different from you, not because he can't talk. So after the man worked, he retired from Coca-Cola because you see, if you're working with Coca-Cola, you can't talk politics. If you talk politics, they will fire you. So all he did, after he served that 18 years with Coca-Cola, he was free and he left. He said, okay, I'm done with Coca-Cola. What he did, he moved home. Mr. Cummings living in Liberia. He not living nowhere. He can just travel, come back and do, or he got more property. According to Mr. Cummings, he got 2 businesses in Liberia. But we're not called a name. The other day he said one doing good and the other one not doing good. This man got people that he employ. This man continue to invest in education. This man continue to invest in agriculture, health. This foundation is the biggest foundation, my people. We not want to lie to you. I will not be living on this. I was just in Liberia recently. I just left and I'm coming back. I will vote. I'm a voter. So don't think I just talking. I got business in Liberia. I got things in Liberia. So Siddiqui know. So I not lie. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. We all want to enjoy our country. But please, I want you to look at it. His name is Alexander Cummings. Yes, you will call him all kind of name. Oh, he gets 7%. He came this and that. But you know and I know that this man is the only man compared to all the candidates who are running today. This is the man that can fix it. This man know the economy. This man is the only man who continue to go to all the radio stations, can answer all the questions until nobody get a question for him again, my people. I'm telling you, this man, you got to know the problem before you solve the problem. Most of the politicians are afraid of him because they think that he will spoil the chopping. And are the only man who say, I will fight corruption. If you won't vote for me, fine. And if anybody disobey the law, we will prosecute you. We will instill discipline. There will be no telling. He said, I will empower the youth. The business people are the one who can create job. You in a place, in a market, whole day you sell, you in your shop. No money. You can't even credit. The only person can credit from the bank that big people. But Mr. Cummings know how to create job. Then he brought this smart, intelligent young woman or lawyer who does the test at the Supreme Court, Charlene Bromsky. You know her father. The Grand Bassa people, I want to say thank you to the Grand Bassa people. Thank you to the Bassa people for giving us their daughter. And we believe that y'all will vote for her this time. She has brought more new energy. She is the gateway. It's proving that Mr. Cummings loves the youth. It's proving that Mr. Cummings loves the youth. Please, the age of Methuselah ain't got nothing to do with Solomon. It's not how long you serve, it's how well. My people, y'all look at the politician today. I know you love them, but please do not love politicians. I don't love Mr. Cummings. I admire Mr. Cummings because Mr. Cummings got a good platform. And we'll talk about Mr. Cummings' platform today. So I want you to, anytime you see Mr. Cummings, ask him, Mr. Cummings, how you will fix the job problem. Mr. Cummings, how you will face the educational problem. Our children are going to school. Will you give free education? And don't tell me you give free tuition. Don't tell me about WAEC fee. Because Mr. Cummings, and I challenge you, Mr. Cummings, the first man who paid for WAEC fee in our country. But Liberian people will not fail. Why would we like to lie to ourselves? Why would the politician will continue to lie to us? Mr. Cummings gave BWI a big generator today. Don't take it from me. Go there and check for yourself. He there. The University of Liberia, Mr. Cummings gave $2 million for scholarship, Liberian dollar, which is almost $30,000. Mr. Cummings fixed the computer lab, the only computer lab at LU that Mr. Cummings opened it. The Nima Community College, Mr. Cummings built it. But he can't talk about it. He won't tell you, say, oh, I don't want to do this, so vote for me. No, we want you to vote for Mr. Cummings because of Liberia. If Mr. Cummings is not president, he himself will suffer. If the government is not good, Mr. Cummings will suffer. I will suffer. You will suffer. because we cannot continue to put everything politician. No, we're looking for technocrats. We're looking for people who can do the job. Mr. Cummings, do not look at you because you pele, you grumble, you crew, you manner. No, Mr. Cummings look at you as a Liberian. That is why Mr. Cummings is going around the country today. He in the southeast. He drive from place to place. My people are begging you. This time around, we can make a dip. We can make the difference. We can change our country. We can change our country. Mr. Cummings got his money. The money not for me, it's not for you. Mr. Cummings can build 10 houses. It benefiting him. Mr. Cummings can build 10 schools. That his school. The school that Sir Joseph built, that his own school. The school that Prince Johnson built, that their own school. Ask, they ever put it in government? No. They ever faced the government school? No. In Nima County, Prince Johnson faced no school, but he built big university. So I will stop right there and let Siddiqui tell me what is trending in Monrovia, in Liberia right now. Siddiqui, how are you this day? What is going on in Liberia there today?
Harrison, you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. So yesterday, like I was saying, we observed an embarrassing, or I don't know, a rejection from the Liberian people to the CDC. They said 40 lawmakers endorsed Mr. Weah. But if you look, the lawmakers who were there are people who've been supporting Mr. Weah since 2005. Akaras Gray, Thomas Fala, this guy, the Senate Pro Tempore, Abachi, the Speaker of the House, the Deputy Speaker, Fonati Kofa. And then you plan this program to embarrass yourself. You said 40 lawmakers endorse you. And it is the same thing that the UP did in Grand Bassa. All alone, Darius Dillon been supporting Unity Party since 2017. At a point, Liberty Party have to expel Mr. Dillon. You only been taking side with Unity Party. But after the VSB announcement of Mr. Bwaka, the one they had a program saying they were endorsing Bwaka. This is just a clear indication that they are being rejected by the Liberian people. How can Siddiqui Koman sit and tell you, say, I come and endorse Kumi? Siddiqui Koman, who you know already supporting Kumi, who is on the radio here making a case for Kumi, to convince you to support Kumi, and come up and plan a program because he has some resources, and deceive himself, lying to you, the public, that he endorsing Kumi, that Kumi get a number. What sense does that make? It's like you look at the chief of staff of Kumi, Anthony Muriah Yakula, and say, Muriah Yakula endorsed Kumi. No. Akaras Grace or Sidisha, everybody knows that. This is a man that worked on a university campus, brutalized peaceful university students, and nothing come out of it because of a proximity with the president of the country. Nothing they did to Mr. Gray. And then I see a man come up and tell you endorsing, the CDC. But this is a clear indication that the CDC have lost its track. And they're going to be defeated massively comes October 10th. And another thing again is the replacement of Chedia Ure on the Joseph Baka TikTok team. First of all, let's get this clear. The TikTok team of Joseph Baka, or the tag team of Joseph Baka, was created or built by Ms. Taylor Ure. Whether you like Taylor or not, I'm not here for that. But she built and reinforced and bring the TikTok or tag team to the public space. And today, you dash her in the bag because of the public person. Ever saying, look, this is the deceitful part of the Unity Party. Ever saying they replace her, but you know what? They kept it in secret. They did not bring it to you. But because everybody was talking about the fake endorsement of the CDC, so-called 40 lawmaker endorsing Mr. Weah, and they wanted to push that out to the public yesterday so that nobody noticed it. But we have smart people around. We have people who are looking all eyes, especially at this time, for our people to not be misled. So they put that statement out replacing Mrs. Taylor Ure with another person who have not been active with the Unity Party. So we are saying this to tell you that people who have always suffered with Mr. Bwaka or the Unity Party, at the end of the day, they frustrate them, they abandon them, they don't appreciate them. And so if you, the Liberian people, will go under the rain and sun and say you want JMB because of experience that is not, that is not proofing, no record to show, that is how you will be frustrated at the end of the day. Because if Who put everything on the line? Come here, let me close on. You come in. If Taylor, you and Henry Costa, who put everything on the line? At a point, they have to drag an opposition figure to a court. They put everything on the line, and then they replace her unknowingly to her. Only yesterday they put it out in the public, and I will read a message for you when you come in. Just come on. I mean, look for that Taylor message. Come on.
Okay, you know, you said something. It was going to talk about it. It's like the general Munel Kishen coming out today to hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute, please.
Oh, we lost the general there, so we still gonna be. So like I was saying, Taylor did a post yesterday. I'm trying to look for that post.
Yeah, I can talk now. Okay, Sidiki, take it from there. I'll give you 2 minutes of the time. Let me talk. Let me give you some information quick.
Okay. So now I'm trying to look for that post from Taylor. Then I will read for you that post, and then somebody come on the post to attack Taylor, and then that's how she responded to the person. So this is bad. We should not be doing this. If you talk, somebody will call. Just day before yesterday, a day ago, I think it was on Tuesday, the class or the closing argument, the class reloaded, owned by Senator Dillon. That entire show was about Cummins and Musa Belete. Most of you here did not call in or call on that show, reminded that the CPP is an opposition, that they needed not to attack the CPP, but they were attacking. They take that entire show to attack the CPP. How Musa is this, Cummins not serious, all kinds of things. They were saying it on that show here on Tuesday night. Most of you did not call in to correct those guys that stop attacking your fellow opposition leader. But when other people say the truth about other people, you want to come in and handle. So this is a post that Taylor made yesterday, 15 hours ago. When people repay you, I'm reading the post that Taylor you did yesterday, 15 hours ago. She said, when people repay your good with evil, you leave them with God and continue to do more good. This is Taylor Yue. She is frustrated. Let me read the post for you again. Listen to it. When people repay your good with evil, you leave them with God and continue to do more good. And then a Unity Party propaganda scheme under the girl post attacking her. And this is a response. I'm not going to read that guy post because it's not really relevant to this conversation. So I'm going to respond to Taylor comment to that individual who posted who made a comment on a Taylor post. She responded. Taylor also responded to this guy, which was very negative to her post. Taylor said, "You will hear from me soon. Please note that I did not resign from the TAC team. I received an unresigned or unannounced letter from a non-existing executive committee that was relieved from my position. This was followed by an appointment of someone else." Did you listen to that? Taylor said, "You will hear from me soon. Please note that I did not resign from the TAC team. I received an oh, look, this is so disgusting. Unsigned letter or communication that is not even signed by any executive member of and the Unity Party said that today the Secretary General of the Unity Party, this guy, Amos, I don't know how to call him, said one Amos or whatsoever last name, I don't know, it's Amos Stewart. He wrote on his Facebook page that, "Thank you for your service, Taylor Yue." So it means that she have left the position of the TAC team. They actually retire her or resign her and appointed a new person. She did not resign, but they dismiss her and appoint somebody else. Her own organization she built in support of the old man of the Unity Party. They take her from there. They replace her with somebody else. And that is how your hope will be dashed if you vote for the Unity Party. This was Taylor response to the individual. I'm going to read for you the last one, then we'll go to something else because we're not here to waste our time on this. "You will hear from me soon. Please know that I did not resign from the TAC team. I received an unsigned letter from a non-existing executive committee that I was relieved from my position. This was followed by an appointment of someone else." How do you treat people like this? And this is what they've been doing throughout. They use people, they use the Liberian people, and then they dash the people. At the end of the day, you benefit nothing. But we are here to say to you, you have three options. If you like, you take emotion and put it up front instead of looking at the issues that affect you and myself on a daily basis. Because that's what some Liberians do, and we are actually good at that. We leave the issues that affect our daily life and be emotional about something that doesn't really matter to the conversation. You listen to radio or Facebook broadcasts attacking fellow opposition leaders. You say nothing about it. But when other people do the same thing, not even attacking but saying the facts, and then you want to call it, oh, we don't want to. It's your business. You can want anybody that you want. At the end of the day, this is our country. We all will be here. We all will be in this country. And the consequences that the consequences of our decision, like 6 or 5 years ago, 2017, is what Liberians are crying on today.
Okay, so let me come in.
So that's been a general on.
Yes, I'm sorry. It was very important because you know the ANC, the CPP convention is on the 30th, and I have to talk to them, and they wanted some information. But I want to say, Siddiqui, you're saying it all, and I want to bring this to us. It sounds funny if I come out and say I'm going to endorse Mr. Cummings when everybody know I endorse. I'm already a supporter of Mr. Cummings. Endorsement comes from people who are not your supporter, who never supported you before. That should be your surprise. But when I see 40 lawmakers and I see the same names who are already sedition, or I see the same Darius Dillon, Senator Darius Dillon, endorsing Mr. Bwaka, it makes no sense when you already said that you were leaning to Mr. Bwaka. But I want to say this, and I want to call the senator out. You see, politics, that is why we will always win, my people. Because I got no reason to lie to you. The problem is that I have with Liberia, I want to be in Liberia to enjoy myself. I want to open my own small business. I want to be a job creator. I don't want to be a job seeker. Even if I come to Liberia and open my water business, at least I will employ somebody. But I want good security. I want good roads. I want good internet. I want good hospital. That's all I'm fighting for, my people. That's all we're talking about. I want to come to Liberia and start fighting you for a job that you're supposed to be doing. But I want to call out the senator going on the real low and lie publicly, saying that Mr. Cummings was rejected and Ellen Johnson is the one who selected Charlene and all kinds of things. Let me tell you something. When they get nothing to say, they think politics is about lies. So I call them politricker. Politrick. I don't call it politics, politrick, because they lied to us too much. This man went on the show how everybody rejected Mr. Cummings. Can you believe that? Nobody worried about vice president. Nobody vote for vice president. Vice president don't even have an agenda. Why you can ask why Tiawon Gonglo didn't bring it on vice president yet? Nobody talking about it. But because they are afraid of Mr. Cummings, they are worried. They all ganging up. But thank God, I'm so happy that you can see them today. You see corruption King Kong. You see all even the president pro tem. He the one purchase the car for them. All of them going one side. They say we'll fight Mr. Cummings. We got to stop Mr. Cummings, because if we don't stop Mr. Cummings, 2029 will be easy. We'll never become Mr. Cummings will make the difference. They tell us behind closed doors. Even Senator Dillon admitted, yes, Mr. Cummings can do it. But Mr. Cummings is supposed to do this just because Mr. Cummings not corrupt like them. Now all the one are hurting them are people. Mr. Cummings living in Liberia since 2016. You can't hear no corruption business. They say Mr. Cummings shouldn't work with nobody. Mr. Cummings can produce new Liberian people now. Everybody in Liberia are voters. So even if you cause your problem, they say, oh, this Mayor Musa Belete, he corrupt. But I see nothing about Musa Belete corrupt. Why the government can go after Musa Belete? Because Musa Belete say are supporting Mr. Cummings, they vest. If Musa Belete support them, they will put Musa Belete in the air. When Toga McIntosh say are supporting them, he okay. But when he come to Mr. Cummings, then Mr. Gateway the bar man. You see, now they won't say Charlene Bar, but they can't say it because they don't know. Look, when you get nothing, you start cursing your friend. So my people, let me tell you, Mr. Cummings are the best man because every one of them are friends. Mr. Cummings concerned about the Liberian people. If Mr. Cummings was concerned about the politician, he would be just like them. Because they're not threatening him, they're not taking to court. They try so many times to damage this man. They can't make it. Look at it. Say the man went to Southeast. People come under the rain. If anybody come under the rain, if you haven't party to your house and it was raining and you see people coming to your house for that party, they love you. That is something that happened to Mr. Cummings. Let me tell you, y'all do know. I'll just text Mr. Cummings, tears came from his eyes. Although it was raining, Mr. Cummings could not believe it that people came out. The message is gravitating. The message is going to you, the young people, the students, especially the young people who are graduating, no jobs. You 20 years old today, you 21 years old today. We cannot allow another 6 years of this government, or we cannot bring the past government that did nothing for the last 17 years, my people. Two parties still cannot move Liberia forward. The last 17 years, we saw real stealing. Nobody could be prosecuted. 17 years today. Today we see all the government officials stealing. Now all the officials in the government stealing. They got some people who are so good. Mr. Cummings said there are a lot of people in President we are government who are so honest, but because of the corruption, you think everybody corrupt. No law and order. Look at the keke in the street. Look at the motorbikes. People are having accident and nothing happening. The police have taken to be partisan. Mr. Cummings is not going to change them, but we will train them. They need to get paid well, because if you pay the police will not take bribe. If you pay the teachers will go to class. If you pay the nurses will go to class. That's why they get government hospital, they get private hospital. When you get good money, you go to private hospital. But the government hospital got to be good. The government schools got to be good. You got the ministers, then they go to school. If Mr. Cummings will want to be, Mr. Cummings is going to build plenty of school in the country. But why Mr. Cummings should build schools for what? He only build one, and then he build that company, USTC, Coca-Cola, and Chevron. They don't want to pay the money. And all Mr. Cummings doing that he gave some money for the people to get free, to get education. The Cummings administration will give free education from ABC to 12th grade. I can promise you that. And y'all will see how many people won't go to school. Yes, it's not bad for LU, but all the people that in LU, they get something. I got my children, I got people going to LU. We can manage to pay the school fees there, or pay for classes. But free education, look at what children in the street selling. The woman then trying hard to send their children to school, no way. So the child got to sell. The child got to be selling water whole day in the street, selling peanuts. It hurts us if we can feed it. Just like our children, not because our children are there. But let me tell you something today. You are smart people. You the one can make the difference. The women, with all the things, the women are strong in our country. I was so surprised when I look at the people that even sell on the street. More women. These girls are struggling. The women are struggling, even in the offices. You can say what you want to say. They can be eating or whether they eating or not. But they are strong. And I listen to some of them. Even some of them work in the government, they tell you the truth. They say, my brother, I work in here. Because you see that woman. But they are the one. We believe in the women can make the difference. That is why more women register this time in Liberia. More young children register. Our old people, Oman Paflomo, I know you from Cape, you from Lofa. Oman Joa, Man Teresa, we beg you. Don't tell your child. Stand for your child. Don't tell your child, say, oh, you know you got to go to Mr. Weir, or you got to go to Mr. Boaka. No, that thing over, Oman. Let the people make their own decision. If you love Mr. Boaka, no problem. But at the same time, we got to compare notes. We got to tell you why Mr. Cummings is good. Because only Mr. Cummings talking. If you don't talk, how will I know you good? If you don't ask questions, how will I know that you in problem? If you, the God said we should ask and it shall be given. My people, I beg you. This country, if it's poor, all will feed it. But only your vote can make it right. You won't curse me, you can curse me. You won't curse Mr. Cummings, you won't curse Mr. Bwaka. It's up to you. But don't tell me you love. Don't fall in love with politician. I beg you. Just look at the politician. So my question, who you really admire? All the politician, all of them getting rich. Look at Mr. Snow. Every Snow today is a millionaire, but he get one business. Look at Mr. Dillon today. He going to be millionaire soon. Look at Mr. Koji. He's a millionaire. He ain't get one business. The former vice president, he ain't get one business. Even his vice presidential pick, he left a small gas and other things he was doing just to be a lawmaker, and today they are all millionaires. Look at Abochie. 2005, he was nothing. He was poor. Look at Senator Yombly. Look at all our rich people that have taxpayer money. That money is supposed to be used to school. Just because Mr. Cummings said the 30,000 they're taking is not correct, Senator Dillon got first, Yombly got first. But let them get first. We will tell them the truth, my people. That money is supposed to put town hall in your place. That money, that $30,000, if Akara Grace was serious, he been receiving 30,000. By this time, District 8 get a town hall, big town hall, where they get offices, they get clinic, and also they get ambulance, and they get fire truck. If all the representatives was serious, that $30,000 that they gave them every year, imagine Yombly ate $30,000 for 9 years. Grand Bassa County is supposed to get a big town hall. They're supposed to get about 2 or 3 ambulances. They're supposed to get fire truck on their own. West Point is supposed to get the same thing. Nuku Town and District 15, District 16, District 17. By this time, they're supposed to get a big town hall where they got offices, they got daycare for our people, and then by this time, they're supposed to build little hut in all the little communities. But they ate all that money. Liberian people, please, you can make the difference. Because if you get a good president, all the corruption can stop. Only the president can stop corruption. Only the president can instill law and order. The legislature can't do it. The judiciary can't do it because of different branch. You need to vote more. But the executive, the president, the only one can stop it. He can cut the salary. Don't mind all that thing. Because Mr. Cummings will not pay you something that you're not working for. But all these people today, all kind of people running for representative because they're looking at $15,000, $10,000 every month. This is not fair. Our people are suffering. You and myself are suffering. Because I myself now, I got to increase the money to send to my people. I got people in Liberia. Some of us visit Liberia 2, 3, 4, 5 times. But your team would do love Liberia. Me, I'm a voter. I tell you, I got my ID card. I'm voting. Nothing, only God can stop me now. But I will vote. Nothing can stop me. I will be there to vote. I'm not better than you. You're smarter than me. Don't think because we live in America, we're struggling. They can hate our heart. Let us vote right, I beg you. Mr. Cummings is the owner, is the man who ready. Because to show that Mr. Cummings is ready, Mr. Cummings going all around the country, talking to people, going to our disadvantaged youth, going to different places. Look around Mr. Cummings today. People who supporting Mr. Cummings, you don't need to join CPP. You don't need to join CPP. But Liberian friends, don't let them fool you. As much as I don't want President Weah, I'm not prepared to replace President Weah with or something different. Let us be honest here now. Not because I don't want President Weah, that means I should just take President Weah there and bring anything. No. We'll not be doing ourselves good. We'll not be doing justice to ourselves. So I beg you, when you go to the variable, whether they pay you to register, they pay you to vote. Vote for Liberia. I'm telling you, I don't got no reason to lie to you. I'm not lying because I'm suffering. I won't get job. No. I got no. They hate me because I won't be in Liberia. I won't do my small business. I'm a businessman. I want to do my smaller business to employ 1 or 2 persons, and we all can do it together, and we'll make our life and everybody go free and whatsoever. But you can see the other side. They continue to lie. They're not campaigning. They just say they wishing. Oh, hey, I wish we win. I wish we win. It can't go like that. We're not looking for nobody to rescue us. We're looking for somebody to fix it because the system is broken. And the only person that can fix it is the Alexander Cummings and Charlene Bromskin team. That team is so clean. They are afraid of that team because when it comes to law and order, Charlene is dead. When it comes to the business people, entrepreneur, we want young people coming to business. We can't be spectator. We cannot be spectator in our own country. So we beg you, please vote, 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 vote. Vote for all the CPP candidates. You get Mr. Ability all the way in Nima County. I went there, I saw the work that man doing in his county. He said, Munel, whether they vote for me or not, I live in Nima, I was born in Nima, I will die in Nima. I saw the bridge. People died to that bridge. I saw the road going to his mother village. He opened the road. It's so easy for the next government to just go and fix that road and pave it. This man is doing things. And I interview the people from the Gio tribe and the Mano. They say, listen, my brother, the people who on our side and thinking say that we here because of Mano, Gio, Mandigo, no. We are all people from Nimba County. People from Nima County. I took pictures. I will show to y'all. I put in a video together. I was surprised. I asked Mr. Benedict, Mr. Benedict, how will you get this money back? He said, Munel, it got nothing to do with the money. He said, in fact, in my mother town, that is where I grew up. My mom died. And he said, 1990 and September 9, when the same day do die. He said, when I look in this town, this is where I was born. You know what I'm saying? So why would I want to put money? Now God bless me. You know, people who get money can never tell you they're rich. They say, God bless me. This man struggle. This man sold gas. Oh, because he's not supporting Mr. Bwaka or George Weah. For Senator Dillon to go on a real low and attack Mr. Ability, who yesterday gave him 20,000. He attacked Mr. Ability, who yesterday gave him car to campaign. Oh, he called Mr. Ability. He said Mr. Ability was sore, but now he poor. The same man, he spoke the truth about FIFA. FIFA don't go to court, my people. Let me just get the one before I turn to Sidiki. FIFA, if you know about football, don't act like you know about football. You cannot sue FIFA. FIFA can't sue you. FIFA get their own court. And when FIFA find you guilty, that's it. They found Mr. Ability guilty because Mr. Ability was the first black or the first African to challenge the FIFA to become FIFA president. And he was in the first 5. They say, oh, we gave LFA $75,000 and Mr. Ability misused it. My people, I got a letter in my possession where 5th LFA, after they investigated LFA and Haji, signed that letter thanking Mr. Ability for waiving $225,000 debt from LFA. Money that Ability spent in LFA. I'm calling the name. Haji, the chairman of LFA, wrote Mr. Ability telling him, thank you, we appreciate you for waiving this debt. Because after the day the audit, the people came and said, listen, but your old Shimrex Ability company, this amount, Ability waive it. So let us stop the lies. We cannot prosecute people in the public court of opinion. It's not fair. We're damaging our country. They say. The same thing with the CPP. We are staying in the CPP. Mr. Cummings is in the CPP. Mr. Cummings and Charlie will be the standard bearer, vice standard bearer on the CPP ticket. When you go into that booth, you will see CPP. You will see the 2 logo. You will see ANC. You will see Liberty Party. So please, don't let them fool you. They are afraid of Mr. Cummings because Mr. Cummings will fight them. He continue to fight the system and will not stop until they cast the last vote. If you don't vote for Mr. Cummings, guess what happened? Fine. Mr. Cummings will feed it. Mr. Cummings too will suffer in a way because people will be asking him for money and he can't help everybody. Mr. Cummings can't. Whether Mr. Cummings open company in Liberia, he still can't help anybody. I was going through Magibi. I saw Austin Cooper, former Senator Cooper farm. I saw the school. I just found out that this man is sponsoring 600, I think over 600 students. They try to go to school free. But our people will stay castigate these people. Liberia first, my people. We need to push Congo. There's nothing but Bassa. There's nothing but Pele. There's nothing but Gio or Mano. We are all Liberians. Until we think like Liberians, we will make it. But if we don't think like Liberians and we try to think like the Roma man, think like the Grover man, think like the Pele man, think like this, or I'm a Muslim, you're a Christian, we're not going nowhere. I don't care whether you're Muslim, I don't care whether you're Christian, I don't care whether you Baha'i, you're atheist, or you don't go to church. I respect you as a Liberian because we all must pay our share. We all must pay our taxes. All the government officials, not they're paying taxes. They don't register the cars. But Mr. Cummings, when you look at Mr. Cummings' cars, they all register. When you look at Mr. Cummings' driver make the highest amount of money than any driver in Liberia because Mr. Cummings said we must pay living wage. How many of the political party or our official then pay our people and pay taxes? All Mr. Cummings employee then pay taxes. But today you pay your driver, you pay him today after 2, 3, 4, 5 months before you pay him again. You don't pay the drivers. At the end of the day, the driver will steal from you. If you don't pay the people that are working in your house, they will steal from you. But if you pay them every day, they will not steal from you. You must respect your cook. That is why Mr. Cummings respect his cook. Respect your driver. That is why Mr. Cummings respect his driver. His driver don't go home hungry. My people are saying all this thing here because I see it for myself. I see it for myself. We don't respect labor. We have no respect for people who work in our country. I went to the airport. I see the people that clean the airport. That's so old people. If any young man go clean our airport today, we'll start laughing at them. It's not fair. Because we don't respect labor. Sidiki, take it from there while I do something else.
A video for you all. Just sometime last week, Mr. Cummings visited our disadvantaged brother, who some of us call Zogo. But let's listen to this video.
Let me say to you that I'm happy to be here today. But today is also a sad day because you deserve better. Let me also say to you that most Liberians care about you. You know, everywhere I go in the country, people always ask me, what are you going to do about our young people who are struggling, who are on the streets, who are taking drugs? So you need to know that your fellow Liberians actually care about you and they worry about you. And I care about you and I worry about you. I will not come here and pretend that I have all the solutions.
You hear that? I will not come here and pretend that I have all the solution. This is not a normal politician. Listen to the video carefully. He said, I will not come here. He's speaking to our disadvantaged brothers, which most of you call Zogo. He's saying that I will not come here and pretend that I have all the solution to the problem. So listen to what you say. Very honest.
I know you want to say your challenges. I will not be true. I don't want to come and pretend that I know, but I know you deserve to be in a different place.
Okay. But I know you deserve to be in a better place. This is the man. Nobody, no presidential aspirant will visit a ghetto and speak to the people, or speak to the people you call Zogo, that you have made it the way they are, and speak to them in a kind of way. He said, I know you don't deserve to be in this place. Listen to the video very well.
You deserve to be living in the conditions you're living. And, you know, shame on us as a country, as a people,
Yes.
that we have so many young men and women living in a condition you're living in. And, you know, we're in 2023. Liberia is the oldest republic in Africa. And we should have you living under the conditions you're living in. And this is something we have to change. As a private citizen, there's only so much I can do to help.
Yes. As a private citizen, he can do everything. But let the video end. We'll come to that.
You know, many Liberians across the country got different issues, got different challenges.
So that's it. Mr. Cummings visited our ghetto. This man is everywhere, engaging in Liberian people from place to place. You know, talking, making a case, telling the Zogos or our disadvantaged brothers that you don't deserve to be here. And I will not pretend to you that I have all the solutions to take it from here. But I just want you to know that you are in my heart and we are thinking to take you off the screen once we take the leadership of our country. And before we can leave from here, we'll help. But we'll not help the entire country. Some of you, you make this to be about Kumi as if to say Kumi is your president. What have Kumi's done? What have Kumi? And I went to a place, can you imagine? Somebody was asking me, but if you look at Kumi, most of the things he's doing are in Moswado. You're not doing it in other countries. Kumi is a private citizen. And I hope most of you know what it means to be a private citizen in a government. I hope you all know, you try to figure that out. This man is a private citizen. If you are admitting to me that he is doing well in Moswado, why can't your government do something in Nima or in Maryland or in the rest of the other country? If a private citizen can do something better in the most populated country that you can identify to explain that you agree with me that he's doing something in Moswado. So what more about the government that you and myself, elected? What the responsibility of the government? You don't ask your government tough questions or hard questions, but you want to ask a private citizen who is using his own, money for his pocket that you have worked for hard to do the things that he's doing. But look, Liberians, at the end of the day, we will continue to say this to you. We have 3 options, and this is the time. Don't let anybody tell you, say, this is not Kumi time. If this is not Kumi time, when will be Kumi's time? It's like you sleeping with hunger. Somebody can tell you, say, wait, tomorrow you'll eat. What if you die before tomorrow? If you telling me, say, this is not Kumi's time, when will be your time? Or when will be the time for your children to see the best of life or to experience the life of the 21st century? When? The people they are talking about, the people they're talking about that it is that time, it is the same people that you have been putting there, but nothing has changed in your life. Your children, some Liberians, or most Liberians, if you are going to the farm, the next thing your child come out, they will be selling cold water. It's not supposed to be so. If you sell cold water, it doesn't mean that your child should sell cold water or work in a mechanic shop or do any other, not even mechanic shop because it's a trick. Or, sell structure in the street. No, they deserve a better life. Because you're not educated, so your children or child should not be educated. This is wrong. The reason they're doing these things is because they have always kept the system the way it is. And they want you and myself to remain the way we are so that we can see the truth. This is the man, Ellis Kumis. This is the man who have a record of doing what it takes to transform Liberia. He have done it before. And he is the only person who have the international connection to do the kind of investment that will make you Liberians or we Liberians to be independent. That will not sit back and depend on government job. One of the things they may talk about is investing in the private sector. He said, any country, how many politicians will tell you that? He said, any country who depends, or any country who the citizen depends on government job, that country is not ready for progress. This is the only man that telling you that. So he's not coming to power to enslave you, to be giving you job 150, and even as small as that money is, you can't even get your money on time. This is the only presidential candidate that is telling you that you deserve a living wage, paying you with good money, so that you be able to take care of yourself, pay your hospital bills, your house rent, you feed your family. This is the only man. He said, look, for us to be able to fight corruption, we have to be willing to pay the civil servant a living wage. You pay people good money, even though there are bad people all over, but it will minimize the corruption. But you're not paying people. And the wickedest part of it, as small as the money is, the people they don't even get the pay on time. Some ministry or some, government agencies, you go there today, they owe the people 7 months, 8 months. How you expect that people to survive? How you expect them to feed themselves or to feed their family? This is complete wickedness. And you Liberians will have to make a decision to end that wickedness. And this is the time for us to do that.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, let me just broadcast Siddiqui. We said it's not Mr. Kumi's time. If it's not Mr. Kumi's time, then when will be your time? Because there are other people who behind Mr. Kumis that you yourself haven't reached to yet. But never tell another Liberian that's not his time. But let me tell you this, why Mr. Kumis believe that. And it's the truth and it's fact. Government do not create job. Government only create the avenue. Some people say, oh, why Mr. Cummings pay for radio station? Why Mr. Cummings open radio station? Why Mr. Cummings should open radio station when there will be other private radio station that you can use and pay? Today, you see government officials got construction company. It's wrong. The Cummings administration will not do it. There will be nobody in the Cummings administration who will say, while I'm there, I'm going to open a school for myself to be doing business, and at the same time, you're working in every education ministry. It's wrong. You can't get public works fixing road when you get other Liberians who got companies. That is why Mr. Cummings will tell you to create job. Mr. Cummings' platform is clear. On our platform, you got job create, you got infrastructure, you got job creation, you got agriculture, you got education, you got health, and the last one is government of inclusion. Now, let me just break something down for you. You're in a business area. Mr. Cummings said electricity is the #1 priority for him. If you get good electricity, you will get companies coming into your country to open business. When you get good water and drinking water, you will see people coming in. If you get good internet, now if you open electricity, you will get all the electricians will get jobs. The business people will start selling wires. People will start doing things. The businessmen will enjoy. The businessmen will employ more people, and then everybody who are electrician will do the right thing, because you got to make sure you register now. You're not going to be killing people. There won't be spaghetti all over the place. Then that job you're creating right there is job creation. Mr. Cummings said agriculture. Don't you know that the United Nations say for any third world country like us to succeed in agriculture, because agriculture is the bedrock, agriculture is the gateway to create jobs, you must put in at least 10% of your annual budget. But in Liberia today, we got 0.4% of the budget in agriculture. The president budget is higher than agriculture. We giving our people fertilizer. Why are you giving them fertilizer when Liberia got the best soil? We know we don't have a smooth land, but we need a mega agriculture. We need people to come in. If we plant rice, we plant rice. Let the government invest. If President we are going to take the $5 billion, the $50 million the other day and put it into agriculture, by this time we enjoy. When will we do that? Then you talk about education. Mr. Cummings said, listen, for us to get good education, you must train the teachers first. You can't just go put $1 billion up. How can you go open a school on Broad Street? It is time that will tell you, if you want to open a school, that school should get football fee, that school should get laboratory, that school should get a gym and everything. So these are the things we're talking about. You must train the teachers from first grade to university. When you train the teachers, you can even put the children outside and teach them. Then he talk about health. We got buildings. We don't need to build new hospitals. But all we need to do is to get clinics all over the country to call it healthcare and primary health care. That means if you're in Lockington, you don't have to rush all the way to JFK. At least we should get the first medication there. All the things we're telling you over and over. This is not rocket science, my people. The money is there. If we're not going to, you see me tell you something. Look at Akara Grade. For the last 12 years, Akara Grade received $30,000. $30,000 every year. Today, if you go in District 8, they ain't get one ambulance. They ain't get one fire truck. They ain't get no town hall. But this guy received $30,000 legislative engagement. Go in all the districts, in all the counties. These people just eating the money right in front of you. Then when they come back, they give you money. Then you vote for them. Then you say, oh, I love the man. Then you stay singing. Oh, say, why will you be singing behind somebody when their family life is moving? Why will you sing behind a man who was walking yesterday and today he in a tinted car? Oh, because election coming now, he take 2 months of his salary, he put it into Liberty and come and give you 500, and then you go vote for him. You killing yourself. Please, my people, you killing yourself. We can make it, or we can make it. Don't be scared. You must go in our voting booth and cast your vote. Mr. Cummings is prepared to work. Mr. Cummings prepared to go to work on time. That's the only politician I see have not changed. This man go to his job when Mr. Cummings say, meet me 10 o'clock. Trust me, And you go 1 minute after 10, you see him sitting there. Mr. Cummings know what they call time. Our president don't go to work. Even our former officials, because they don't go to work, that's why Darius did not then pass the law for telling, because they don't go to work on time. Because if they could go to work on time, they will not pass law for telling. They leave their houses 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then go to the legislature to go talk nonsense and then walk out. And they pay for no reason. They only work 2 days a week. 2 days a week they work, and they make $10,000. When you go to the house, you can't see them anymore. You call them on the phone, you can't see them anymore. Now today they coming to you with a bag of rice, and because they know that things are hard, poverty is killing us. When they give it to you, eat it. Eat it. But this time around, I beg you, come and open the phone line. I beg you, you want cost, you can cost me. But me, I'm telling you the truth. I know the truth can hurt. This is not friendship. I'm a set of friends with President Weah. If I were looking for a friend to be working in government, I will be in the President Weah government. But let me tell you, Liberia bigger than me. Liberia bigger than my family. I will not put my family over Liberia. I cannot be stealing government money and enjoy myself while Liberian people suffering. I was in that place, and let's see here, who were eating the Lapad below. You know why I went to Lapad below for? To see how many person. I went there, I was able to share at least the $20 I would eat in a good restaurant. I shared the $20 with the same people there because it hurt me. Sidiki said, I'm getting valve. Sidiki said, hey, Brabi, I don't think you can live in a country here because the way you spend the money too much. I said, my man, we let the people eat. Because that's the order of the day. People spend 90% of the time just to hustle for their children. When some men, they can't make it, they go to the shop, they get drunk. When they go and they beat the woman. There's some man right near the place there. I had to walk to her and say, why are you beating this woman? The woman said, every time the man leave and come back, he drunk. I had to sit with them and say, Oma, you know what the problem. But I want to tell the women, I give it to you. You people are the best. You people are strong. The young women, I saw young, beautiful women selling plenty chips. They could do. I see young. Don't see how they dress. They dress good. They dress nice. Some of them get a car, but the women think better than the men. Even the one that will enjoy it. When you sit with them, they will tell you how the country hard. That one, that's just woman business now. Woman, if you think you want them to spoil your money, just call them to spoil your money for you. But they are the best. So I give it to you. You people are hard-working people. Whether you eating corrupt money, but you still speak the truth and you will still vote. And I believe y'all will make the difference this time around. And y'all know this is not, oh, you know my boyfriend. Okay, if your boyfriend working in the government, maybe you can vote for your boyfriend. That one I can't stop you. If your pa working in the government, you can vote for your pa because your pa enjoy it. If your man working in the government and she enjoy it, you want to keep the government. That's it. But if you know you're not getting nobody, it's not that you got to get somebody. All you want to do is to work. It's to work. Don't fall in love with Mr. Cummings. Don't fall in love with Mr. Weah. Don't fall in love with Mr. Bwaka. All I want you to do, look at the platform and listen to them. Mr. Cummings is not just a typical politician. The typical politician can lie. The person who not politician, but they are businessmen and won't go into politics, they will tell you the truth. Mr. Cummings tell you, say, by the time president, everything finished. No. Mr. Cummings said, we. He never said, ah. The only thing he said, I promise you, we will work together to make Liberia a better place. So, Sidiki, I don't know if we can open the lines right now.
Open it now. Okay, folks. So we're going to open the phone line. You can call in and make your contribution on the show, on the general show. So this show comes on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so the phone lines to call, you can call 0776 339 on WhatsApp. That's a WhatsApp line. Station number. Okay, you can put in your call on 0776 339 or 077 055 223827. You will be live on Truth FM 96.1 or the general show. Let's take our first caller and see. Good afternoon. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Samuel Fofana calling from Jackson.
Okay, Vamia, make your contribution. You have a few seconds because you have a lot of calls.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. You are set it up. The believe that our parents, our mother, are so to do green, Katawali, therefore they to see our future. This time around, we believe that they made it called Kumis. You get it one to see our mother getting into social, to see entire then retirement, and everything win in good life.
Thank you,
So
Samuel.
we believe that we're moving to get people the best way forward is Kumis.
Thank you, Samuel. Thank you. Let's take another person. We have limited time. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Stephen D. calling from Marshall.
Okay, Stephen calling from Marshall. Stephen, make a contribution quick. You have a few seconds.
Thank you. What you just said is in the interest of the event because for me and my family will look at me to be the best. Because we cannot be on the comment and keep it out of drugs and the youth have to hear and lose. So what you saying? For me and my family, I know I was always for comment because we look at it to be the best person now.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Let's take another call on the line there. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Okay. So the line is too jammed over there. I don't know what's going on. But you can put in your call on 077. Okay, we have another caller here. Let's take this call on WhatsApp. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Hello.
Yeah, you are live. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Okay, Mamadi, make your point. You are live. Make your point. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, thank you, Mamadi. We'll answer that question. So let's take another caller. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Samuel calling from Marshall.
Okay, Samuel, make your point quick. You have a few seconds.
No, but for Mr. Cummings, we respect him. The last time I was having an appointment with him, he was in the office awaiting us to receive him, so he respect him.
Yeah, that's the main is. Oh, we lost the Marshall guy. So let's take this other caller. Oh wow, the line is too jammed. 0776339898. You can put in your call. Let's take this other caller. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Togostown. I see Papa calling from Togostown.
Okay, make a point quick. What?
Yeah, the point I'm making, we're talking about leaders together, leaders that who are interested for this nation like period. Because look, one thing we're looking at is this, somebody who don't got no problem, who don't do anything bad. These are the people we're looking for. In the law of the faith itself, who will see. And we know that somebody who is very, very good for this country, who is very good for this country is Numa Pakai.
Thank you for your contribution. So let's take this other caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Daniel Blair. I'm monitoring you from Nimba.
Oh, Daniel, you are welcome from Nimba. You're welcome on the show.
Yes, one embarrassing information we'll continue to get on Mukumi is rain again. If you can throw more light.
Okay, we'll definitely do that. And we will also play our audio about that to dismiss that false information. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, we're not getting that caller. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. You are live on Twitter. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, let me say thank you to your studio guest. But the point here is, while it is true that all of the things you have outlined are very good of Mr. P, this time is 2029. Right now, this October.
This is 2023, not 2029. Oh, we lost your caller. This is 2023. I don't know what to call it, but you know, we're gonna take our last caller because you have 7 more minutes to be out of here, and then we'll go back to our host. Good afternoon. What's the name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Solomon Coleman. I join you from district number 7 in Nimba County.
Okay, Solomon, make your point quick.
Yeah, bro. A lot of politicians, been saying this thing over and over that if you vote me, if I become president or representative, I'm going to bring some changes. But when we vote, there is no positive change that we can see. So I would have to show that over going to change the country for Liberia to come from a number.
Thank you very much for that great question. We're going to respond to you, but without taking any more call again because we are running out of time. We have just 7 more minutes, so we are going back to our host, Mr. Munikishan. You can through
Yeah,
in
thank
you
you.
listen to the
I,
caller
I, I
and
listened to the caller, the last guy who just said, how do you show that Mr. Cummings will do the right thing? My brother, I don't know who you voted for last time. If you continue to have this mindset, I don't know. In life, let me break it down. Life, there's something to say, no decision you make in life is right until it is right. Sometimes you'll be walking down the road, you okay and going when you look car hit you. Do you know that car was going to hit you? No. But all you need to do, one, is to pray, and two, all you need to do is to listen to all the politicians. Listen to them, the way they speak. But Mr. Cummings is the number one consistent politician in Liberia, candidate, who going around the country and telling you, say, listen, I'm not promising you this, but this is what we can do. A real politician or real leader will say we. He can't say like the other side can tell you, say, I will do this, because they lied to us for long. We agree. We agree. But you cannot be in Liberia. This is not, Mr. Cummings has not been speaking now. He spoke before, since 2016, 17, 18. He's still going around. He was the only man going around until election just starting this year. Then you hear the other people. So please, you need to do your own research. I beg you. I understand they lie to us. They say when snake bite you, when you see worm, you will be afraid. But Mr. Cummings is telling us that we will do this. That is why you cannot hear anything corrupt about Mr. Cummings. The only thing will say, oh, Mr. Cummings sitting down with Louis Brown, Mr. Cummings sitting down with the president. No, we can't change nobody. Only the mind that we are changing. So please, Ellis Cummings is the man. He's not promising you individually. He never told you, I will do this. He said, we can fix it. We can do this. We can change our economy. And also, to the guy who talk about the gay business, yes, I agree with you. We got a tape that we will be playing. And when Obe came out publicly and apologized and said that I the one brought the news on, and some of the people from the other side, the Unity Party people running, when they asked Mr. Cummings about gay rights, Mr. Cummings never supported gay. Mr. Cummings is not a gay. Mr. Cummings been married for 42 years. He got a beautiful family. He got 5 grandchildren. We need to stop lying on our people. There are a lot of gays and lesbians in our country, and who some of them get government job today, but they're not basically be running behind them. You see them in front of you. You know them. But because you don't get nothing on this man, you won't talk about gay. I don't know how we're going to say it, but we know deep down in your heart, the people who talk about gay, they are not supporting Mr. Cummings. The people who say Mr. Cummings are gay, they're not supporting Mr. Cummings. That's the only thing they can say. So Mr. Cummings told the other day, he said, hey, I don't want to call gay. You are not fighting. We're not fighting you. But we're trying to tell you, if Mr. Cummings were gay, me, I was not going to support Mr. Cummings. So I appreciate all of you who call. Today I noticed that most of them ain't call because we go too hard. But listen, this show, we will criticize and we will accept criticism. This show will target the youth. We will bring on young people. We will bring, even don't be surprised, you might see Zogo sitting down one day in a seat near Siriki. When I say, I don't like to use the name, but then a second call, they said the name. Oh, I'm a member of the Zogo community. But at the end of the day, these people are special people. Our handicapped are special people. Our mentally challenged people, they are special. We need to take care of them. We need to stop our handicap from begging in the street of Monrovia or Liberia, because Liberia is too rich. We can take care of them. We can empower them to go to work. Only the older ones, yes. Now this is the time we need to get where our senior citizens. I spoke with a man who is 74 years old. He said, son, you won't tell me I'm supposed to be working in Liberia again. I'm supposed to sit down and enjoy. There's no patience. These are the things that Mr. Cummings talking about. Mr. Cummings talk about law and order. Mr. Cummings will call you out whether you support it or not. If you disobey the law, Mr. Cummings will punish you. Mr. Cummings' administration will not wish hunt anybody. We will go after whoever in that wrong. So we don't care whether you support Mr. Cummings or not. But the Cummings administration, if I, Munel Kishen, make any mistake, the Cummings administration will prosecute me. That is the law. We want law and order. I asked some keke boy, the boss said, Chief, if the people pass the law, we will drive correctly. So I want to say thank you, Siddiqui. If you get whatsoever there, then we can go to the close. I think we almost spend the time.
We already done. But let me say thank you to the callers. I want to say thank you. And this is your show. You will hear the two voices, Mr. Monique Kishen and Siliki Koman here. 3 days in a week. That is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Until then, we'll be back on Friday. We want to say thank you for listening. And for those of you who that called, you were in support of us, we want to say thank you. Keep your support and keep encouraging other Liberians to continue with, and join our team so that we can face this country. And for those of you who are undecided voters, we want to say, made up your mind. This is about Liberia, and this may likely be the last opportunity for us to change our country. Because at the end of the day, every time we made a decision, it have bad consequences or good one. And we don't want to be on the losing side. So until then, maybe we can go back to you, but we have 1 more minute.
Yeah, thank you very much. I agree. Thanks to studio and thanks to the True FM. And I want to put this disclaimer: whatever we said here, it got nothing to do with True FM. It's all about the CPP. Vote. Open your eyes. Vote. Open your eyes. Ask the question. Ask the necessary. And another fair game. I want you to call Mr. Cummings to publish his medical report. I want you to call President Weah to publish his medical report. I want you to call Mr. Barker to publish his medical report. It's a fair thing. We want to know how they're standing. We want you to ask them all the necessary questions. Liberia first, Liberia forever. We must vote Liberia this election. We voted for change 2017. We must vote for change again 2023. Change do not just come overnight. So let us move forward. And Alex Cummings is the choice. He's my choice, and he could be your choice. And we will win this election. And I'm saying it because I believe it that we'll win because we're doing the work that necessary. So thank you very much. I love you guys. So, until we see Wednesday and Friday. Thank you. Bye for now.
Thank you. So we'll take our closing song right there. So that song is Sunday Got Diabo, which was sung for the fixer to the next Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. So let's take leave of you of that beautiful song. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. It was a nice show, and I enjoy the callers. We want for people who don't support us to express themselves. This is what we do, and don't give up. Don't stop supporting. And also, I want to send out. We need a laptop in the studio for our own use because the laptop in our place is not working properly. And we cannot continue to use the laptop because I can send a laptop. I got 2 laptops here, but they can buy a laptop there. So please, I'm calling on you. If you enjoy the show and you can assist, and we can purchase a laptop in Liberia there for at least $350 that they can use in studio, because right now we need to give the message, and we have the opportunity to go 5 days a week. They asked me if I want to do 5 days a week, but listen, I got my own thing to do in the morning. I cannot just go 5 days a week, but maybe as time goes by, we might go 5 days a week. So I will be in Liberia soon myself to do some campaigning. I got people on the ground, and that's it. So let me play this song for you guys who on the internet right now listening. I love this song. This song,
President Weah was elected on a mandate to restore hope and change for Liberians. For many Liberians, especially the youth, he represented the possibility of a brighter future. Unfortunately, these last 5 years have seen a rapid decline in almost all aspects of national life.
Yeah, it's a walking quality boss poor, a part of a German.
Different trace for, different trace for, different trace for, different trace for.
The country is far, the coming with it. 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 The country is far, the coming with it.
Challenge your soul, really challenge your soul. Challenge your soul, really challenge your soul. Loba challenge your soul, Paso challenge your soul. Nima challenge your soul, Renku challenge your soul. Challenge your soul, really challenge your soul. Challenge your soul, really challenge your soul. Nima challenge your soul, Loba challenge your soul. Paso challenge your soul, Renku challenge your soul.
The country is far, the coming with it. 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 The country is far, the coming with it.
Mais à quel rôle le honorable messia elle est sans la vie pour me de son américain. I can see my home and tell her in a labasu. What if I bet in a laba and a coast? Blue people waiting, just a welcome you. About people second way, just to take you. We're gonna call away, not about Barabo. Oh, welcome, but may you call it welcome.
The country is far, the coming with it. 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 The country is far, the coming with it.
We welcome you, yes, we welcome you. We welcome you, yes, we welcome you. Our people welcome you. Our people welcome you. Our people welcome you. Our people welcome you. We welcome you, yes, we welcome you. We welcome you, yes, we welcome you. Andale will welcome you. Raya welcome you. William welcome you. If I welcome you.
The country is far, the coming with it. 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 The country is far, the coming with it.
Yeah. Tembo Nivea. Jamel, Anthony Aguilera. Écoutez Paris, Spoke Now, FIW. Never be funny. I see you, baby. Lieutenant General, if you sell it all day. Chakalaka. For PJ Juju Brian, I see you.
Stab 'em. Alexander Cummings, stab 'em. Keep on the explode. The leaders I love, the leaders I love, the ones I trust so much, they made a fool out of me. I've been praying to God every day, please give me a leader.
The oldest republic in Africa. And yet, we're one of the least developed countries on the continent, and indeed one of the least developed countries in the world. And I say to you, my fellow Liberians, we deserve a better Liberia. We need to ask ourselves some fundamental questions. Why are we where we are? Most Liberian homes don't have electricity. Most Liberian homes don't have running water. Most Liberians are unemployed. These are things we can change. These are things we should demand of ourselves and of our leaders. We, as Liberians, cannot keep doing the same things and expect different results. We cannot keep electing and selecting the same kinds of leaders with the same kinds of experiences and expect Liberia to change. We have to do many things differently, and that starts with selecting and electing new leaders who know how to create jobs, who know how to grow the economy, who will prioritize the Liberian people first before they prioritize themselves. And this is what I offer you, the Liberian people. The other universal truth that I want to share with you, my fellow Liberians, is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And again, I ask you to look at my record of job creation, of success, of managing large budgets without one penny going missing. All of these things you can look at and compare to the other candidates. And again, you will see that my past performance and past behavior is a good predictor, a good indicator that what I commit to, we will deliver. There are 5 priorities we have, and we call that the what's. And then there are 5 things we call the how we'll do it. And those priorities are as follows. Our first priority is infrastructure. Simply put, it's electricity, it's roads, it's water, and it's internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. We have to invest in infrastructure. That is the top priority. That's the basis on which we can and will do everything else. The second priority for us is job creation. There are too many unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable Liberians. The unemployment rate is over 85%. And therefore, job creation is our next priority, creating jobs for the Liberian people. The next priority is agriculture. We are a country that do not fear ourselves. These are things we can do for ourselves. We should be producing rice to feed ourselves. And my commitment is that by the end of my first term in office, we will be self-sufficient in rice production. And within education, we're focused on vocational training, teachers training, and adult education. But we have to educate our young people because, again, that's how we can help them create jobs. That's how we can train farmers. And so these things are all linked together. And our final priority in terms of the what's is health. Because you can have good infrastructure, you can have a good job, you can feed yourself, you can have great education, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. And so health is our 5th priority, and there we're focused on primary health care and preventive health care. So those are the what's we'll do for our people, for the Liberian people. How are we going to do these things? The first how is we want to engage Liberians differently in the transformation of our country. We call this hearts and minds. How do we get all Liberians to participate in the changes that are required? We're going to use arts and music and culture and reconciliation and religion. All of these things, we will be deliberate in using these things to engage us as a people in this transformation process. And so we're doing some work on how we can make those things happen. The next how is that we're going to find the money. We have to find the resources, the money, to do all of the what's I mentioned earlier. And the way we'll find the money is, first, we'll go after waste in government. You know, we spend a lot of money on things that we don't need, or we pay too much for things that we do need. So, for example, I believe the vehicles we buy for our government officials, we spend too much money on that. We should reduce the number of vehicles, and we should buy less expensive vehicles for our government officials. We need to reduce how much they make so we can pay teachers and civil servants and police officers and the military officers and healthcare workers, people who actually do the work. We need to pay them more money and reduce the gap between those at the top and those who actually do the work. The other way we'll find the money is going after this thing called corruption. You know, corruption has been the bane of our country, is the primary reason why we are as underdeveloped as we are today. And we will aggressively go after corruption. The first thing we'll do is we will appoint a corruption czar, a minister in charge of corruption in the presidency that will coordinate all of the agencies that are meant to find corrupt officials. Secondly thing we'll do is we'll make sure we are giving the resources, the money, the right people, the right logistics to the anti-corruption agencies, the LACC, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the General Accounting Office, the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission. We will make sure they got the right resources to go after corrupt officials. After that, when we find people who are corrupt, we will prosecute them, we will put them in jail, and we'll seize their assets. It will not be good enough for you just to resign. Okay? So those are the things we will do to really go after corruption. I have committed that I will not take a salary. The salary that is paid the president, I will allocate it towards helping to fight corruption. That's how important I think it is to us. And then the other way we'll find the money is we'll make sure we're getting full value, the full monies we're due from our natural resources. We'll look to exploit other natural resources so we can get the funds required to fund healthcare, to fund infrastructure, to create jobs, etc., etc. So finding the money is the second how. The next how is we want to create a government of inclusion. We want all sections of our country to be represented in the government. We want opposition political parties to be in government, because we believe that having a government inclusion will help all of us make the right decisions. It will make sure that we're spreading the resources of our country across the entire country. And then the last two hows, one is growing the private sector. We will focus on growing the private sector so Liberians can primarily benefit from that growth. No longer should Liberian business people be spectators to our economy. And we want to actively support Liberianization and encourage and provide credit and other facilities to Liberian businesses so they can participate. And last but not least, we will use technology. We'll leverage technology to help us achieve our goals. So those are the what's and the hows. But let me end by leaving you again with these two universal truths. One is we cannot keep doing the same things, my people, and expect different results. We cannot keep electing the same people with the same experiences and expect Liberia to change. We need to elect and select different people to lead us, to serve us, to help us manage and run our country. And the other universal truth is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And on those two counts, I believe I stand head and shoulders above the other candidates expiring. Together, we will change Liberia for the benefit of all Liberians. We will transform our country we will give us a new start, a fresh start, so that all of us can benefit from this country we love. I thank you. God bless you. God bless the Republic of Liberia.
Chicken necro for days.